Hi there, a very good afternoon to this live session with me, Simply Stocks. And I hope you all are doing well. And I'm sorry for being late. Was caught up with something, so that's why I could not be online at the scheduled time of 1 p.m. I hope you all people would get the notification for this session, this live session. We are seeing the market recovering, so we'll discuss about why I believe that long-term investing really rules the roost, and really why I keep saying that invest for 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. I get vindicated by what has taken place over the last 2 to 3 days. So we'll discuss that plus answer your queries as well. So it will be a talk about this market mid cap, small cap fall that has taken place, and then we'll also will answer or I'll answer your queries. Hi Venkat, I hope you are doing well. Hi Pawar, Abhishek, hello. Uh, we'll get on along. Let more people join in. Hello, Bipul. Uh, so I'll answer queries. In fact, I'll give you example of Sequent Scientific itself because of the way it has fallen. We'll discuss about Sequent per se. Disclaimer: I hold the stock from a long-term point of view. So we'll discuss about that. But also, by touching that stock, I would like to elaborate on a very important point that retail investors who call themselves investors they miss out on, and that's where all the conundrum lies, and that's where all the money lies. So we'll do that as well. As far as the market is concerned, there has been a decent correction in the mid and small cap. I believe 25,100, 200 is a strong support on the BSC small cap index. uh, I wish that we could go to 24,500 pretty quickly. That would help the market rise more in the longer term. Hi Manoj, thanks for your contribution. Uh, well, I appreciate all of you who are on Patreon. I really appreciate uh, all of you who are helping me out through that, because that is keeping me going, putting on these live sessions, putting on surfing through stocks and everything, leaving my job, leaving everything, and just putting my whole focus on analyzing stocks and bringing to you the best. So thanks for your support. Rather than you thanking me, I would like to thank you a lot, all of you who are on Patreon. All right. As I was saying that we are close to the 50 DMA. I would have loved to see another 600-700 points downfall in the small cap, and that would have helped the index become more stronger on the longer run, the mid and small caps. They have recovered. My sense is that, and kindly do your own analysis. My sense is that next week we will see another fall, probably till the 10th of September. We'll keep seeing more falls than gains, and by that time, I would say that the small cap BSC small cap index could be closer to 24,000 rather than 25,000. There would be more bloodbath, and then the recovery will be sharp because the weaker hands would be out. Those hands, that those who want to trade and make money over 15 days, 10 days, 5 days, 20 days, like that, and are losing out a lot, they would sell in fear. And this is where I want to begin my session, when I'm saying that that long term investing rules the roost across the globe, and this is the reason why. So let's come to the point, and let's understand what I mean to say here. So I believe the markets could see another fall because people would like to get out, who are traders, who are short term traders, who are intraday traders, but had to hold on to positions because their stocks were down 10, 15, 20% in a day. They would like to get out on any rise, and that would happen. Same is happening with Sequent. Now the mindset is the basic game. So let's just go back some time. In Sequent Scientific, for example. So if I may begin by saying that in Sequent Scientific, Uh, the stock was around 170, around April. All right. So it wasn't as if the stock has not done anything and has fallen. From 170, 180 in April, the stock went to 330 as recently as just 2-3 weeks back, and or a month back, and from 330, the stock has gone down to, yes, it has gone down to 220. So it has gone down by 30-35%. But if you look back in April, of this year, as I have mentioned, that the stock was around March, April, the stock was around 180. I'm trying to open up the charts for it, and then I'll be able to explain in detail as to what I feel about the company and what is happening, and why I was not in panic when everybody on Patreon was asking. And I've never seen such an overwhelming questionnaire on a particular company as I saw on probably a day back. So if I open up this 1 year chart, the stock in June of 2021, or let's say, yes, June of 2021. So if I try to open up a 1 year chart, the stock in August of 2020 was at 130. Okay. 6 months back, let's say in February, it was around 220. Okay. So in 6 months' time, it went from 220 to 330, it is back to 220. So those short termers who had bought in this 6 months interim might feel they are James Bond and they have done the best thing by buying at 250, 260. Stock is at 330. It will keep going up. And as I have been mentioning, it's a 1,000 rupees stock. So people on YouTube, other streams are talking about 1,000 rupees stock. So they will keep on patting their back that they bought at 240, 250. But what happens in 6 to 7 months time frame is that the stock normally comes back to those 50-day 100 DMA, and that's what happened. Reasons could be different. So I'm just mingling up the fundamentals and the technicals. So it came back to 220, it's again back up. The results have not been great, that is for sure. So there is a super chat. Thanks for your super chat from Pushpinder. Views on Jubilant Pharmova. It's a very good, decent company, but the valuations are stressed. So I would say do not get into it. Try to probably buy into uh, consumer stocks, consumer related stocks, rather than or IT, which has fallen. So that's my point. So Sequent in 6 months has done nothing, but if you look at a 1 year time frame of it, then you will see the difference. It is very important, if you're buying for the short term, to buy in very abysmal levels and very distressed like it was yesterday. And that's where you should have the gumption. You cannot say that the stock may not fall more, because I thought the stock may go to 160, 170, but it has recovered. Now I'll come to that mindset of long termers. So let's go back 1 year from today. 1 year from today, the stock was at around 130. Then this was around August of 2020, the stock was around 126. In December of 2020, the stock was around 160. So in that period of 4 months between August to December, the stock did nothing. That doesn't mean, so what happens is the short term players see other stocks go up 60, 70, 100%. Many stocks go up 60, 70, 100% in 4 months, and they just give up on a stock like Sequent. What happens is, when a stock like Sequent, which has had very good fundamentals, which has had very good backing from a huge promoter, etc., it consolidates and the results are okay. At that point of time, they were fine. Then the blast happens when retail investors sell. So if somebody who have bought in August 2020, today, even at 220, suppose the stock is at 220, somebody has bought at say 130. At 220, he is making around 80%, 70 to 80% return after the fall. So how can it be possible that you will be making money every month, every day of the year in a particular stock or in this market? This will never happen wherever, globally, wherever you go. In stock markets, these phases do come. Results do come up and down in the long haul. Now, coming to the mindset part that I was talking about. So I had a mindset of 2023 December. I've talked about it in Patreon a lot. With all my stocks in my portfolio, and if you want to have a look at my portfolio, become a $10 member there and you'll be able to have a look at the portfolio. So if I have that mindset, what do I look for? Either buy at 160, 170, that okay, another lower circuit, I will look at it. 20% down from 220 would be closer to 180 or below that. Or if I cannot buy, I'll just hold, because my time frame is 23 December. There is still at least 10 more results to come, and the management has pointed out that one more quarter of bad results possible, but the second half of this financial year would be much more better, and they are looking to become the number one API company in this field. Sorry, the number one company in this field altogether, globally, in that respect. So it cannot be a 5,000 crore market cap company, number one company in the animal healthcare. So this is the reason why I believe that if you had a mindset of say 3 years from the onset, from the time you have bought into the stock, even at 250, and you have believed that okay, time frame and my target. So 3 years, my target is 800,000, whatever, 1,200 in this stock, 700, whatever. Either one of the two happens, and then I will look to sell. Then you would not get panicked buying at 250, seeing your stock go from 330 to 220. Then you will say that okay, one result is up and down, this is the management commentary, and this is what lies ahead, let's wait. And I had that mindset, okay, it's a decent company, 5 6,000 crores with a backing of Carlyle, etc. So would continue to hold on. Then came the bombshell. So then came the news on one of the channels, I don't want to name that, about some revenue recognition that happened in one quarter had to happen earlier than that quarter, etc., etc. But who pointed that out? It was the company's own ethical committee, it was the company's own auditing stream, or you can say the framework, or you can say the software that pointed that out, and they rectified it. So it is not that the auditors had resigned. It is not that the BSC or the NSC has taken some measures. It is not that the Competition Commission took some measures due to some issues or something. They did it themselves. Now, I want to say something bluntly here on this channel. How many companies do the rightful things in this market out of the 5,000 listed companies? Now, this will hurt many. Uh, some do, some do not, many do. So large ones do not do this, that, and so. But how many companies rectify their things, or you can say numbers, etc., by themselves? Very few do, and especially in the small cap domain. So rather than taking it, they knew what will happen after that, but we had the conference call, and post con call at 11 a.m. we saw how the stock recovered. I'm not saying it's not headed to 220. I think there will be one more quarter of such kind. The stock may not rise, the stock may fall, but I believe in the management. And if you don't have the gumption, if you do not believe in the companies that you invest into, or the managements in which you invest into, the leaders in their company, then there's no point investing, because the numbers can be up and down with the kind of business environment we are in globally with the pandemic, etc. Thanks a lot, Gopijan, for your contribution. Dixon at 4,400, Lupin 1070. December 21, I see Lupin, I don't know. Lupin might just give you 10 15% from here, maybe 1,200. Dixon, I'm confident that it can be 6,000 if the Diwali quarter does well from September to November, December. I think we could see 6,000 on Dixon, 5,800, 6,000. So that's my opinion. Levels at 4,400 is pretty good, even to buy at these levels if somebody would like to. All right, and the disclaimers apply. So kindly consult your financial advisor before taking a call. So I think that was not such a big issue for the stock to go into lower circuit, and this is what I was discussing with my friend, who is an ardent investor and much better than me in analyzing companies, etc., and looking at uh, a lot of things. So then we decided that okay, 160, 170 comes, if we have some money, we'll buy. Otherwise, we'll just sit through this for the next 2.5 years. There's no point jogging, jostling around with a stock. So that's my point. If you have the mindset of 3 years from the onset, you will hesitate before buying. You will not buy immediately or quickly, or you will not get hurt by a 20-30% fall and get agitated, or very, you can say, panicky, or get panicked. uh, but if you had a 6 months time frame, what will happen till December? You asked me. Many I replied. So some, for example, for those, an expert replies that okay, in 6 months it might not do much because the next quarter will not be great. You sell immediately in losses. Why can't you have a mindset of 1 year in that? So that's why it is very, very important for you to getting into the market, to be a long term investor, to have that mindset. Even if you sell after 1 month, there's no denying that many of the stocks that I have bought, I analyzed it. I had a time frame of 6 years, 5 years, but I sold probably the next day because I got another opportunity. So that's the point. Here he is again. Hi, Mad. Come here. So he just lurks around, just want to know what Papa is doing. So basically the thing is, if you have a shorter term time frame, it is very difficult to rearrange it from to a 2 year. Can it be held for long term? This is the only point here, where people do go for long term investing. Otherwise, it is very difficult to change your mindset from a shorter term to a longer term time frame. So that's my point. If you are investing in the market, have a 3 year time frame in your head, then buy a stock on declines and just sit tight. You will make money over 3 years in a very good company. All right. So I'm ready to answer your queries. Kindly use the super chat and super sticker feature, and probably Imad will answer a few, maybe. So kindly do shoot your questions through, and let's see if he can answer some. All right. Yeah, Vinay. Let's see. Yeah, so his name is Imad, EMAD. Yeah. Rupa, I would prefer still page industries in this segment. So rather than buying into something like Rupa. Can you question again then, Aritra? If I have missed out on your query, can you just question that again? Thanks, Bipul. Thanks a lot. I hope he's not a disturbance in this session. See, SHIL will come out with results by evening. So we'll see how that pans out. Okay. Imad, let's answer questions. Okay. All right. Good level to enter IEX. Current levels and on declines of around 7 to 8% would be good. 6, 7, 8. Hey Manish. 9. See. It begins with counting. What do you want to put? Sequent Scientific. See, if you have a 3 to 5 year view, this is a 1,000 rupees stock. Let her go to Mama. Where's Mama? All right, the stream stopped, so I missed out. So Sequent Scientific is headed to 1,000, 1,200 over a 3 to 5 year view or time frame. At this point of time, I would say that wait for some decline to buy stability over the next 3 months. You'll get opportunities to buy Sequent. All right. Tata Elxsi, I don't think can go down a lot. I think Tata Elxsi can be bought at these levels, and these are decent levels to probably get into it. Avanti feeds on declines is a buy. I think you can, but have a 2 to 3 year view. Yes, I think Kilpest is a possibility to go to 2000. I believe that Kilpest has all the chances of doing that, but it will continue to perform in a very jittery manner, like it has been doing, until and unless there is an NSC listing, etc. Madasan Sumi, I have been positive. It's unfortunate the way the stock has performed. I mean, it is very disappointing. I didn't thought that this way the stock would end up performing. I think around 200, 210, it's a very good long term buy. Keep a 2 year view. I think 280, 270 is very much possible in Madasan Sumi. Endurance tank can be bought at current levels and also on declines of around 8-10% from current levels, and have a 2 year view. This can give you around 30-35% return from current levels. Easy Trip Planner is a very good, decent company, but I think I'd still prefer IRCTC. A disclaimer: I'm invested in the stock. I think IRCTC is headed to 4,000 over the next 1.5-2 years. IRCTC. Yeah. So when pharma don't have a view at the moment. In fact, most of the pharma companies, I would say, avoid. I have a feeling that IT and consumer might continue to do well going forward. Thanks a lot, Karun, for your contribution. Yes, so this is the opportunity when the chips is having that issue, or the raw material is having that issue. That is the time to buy into some kind of, you can say, all these kind of companies like Motherson Sumi, or you can say Eicher, etc. Otherwise, you'll not get the opportunity. You'll get the opportunity 40-50% higher. A nifty stock for long term, I would say Infosys or TCS, any one of those you can pick. I think IT could be big going forward. Okay, so that's my call. Thanks for your contribution again. That person whom I missed the super chat of, kindly ask the question again, and I'll be able to answer the query. Let me have a look where if that question came about. Okay, Sri Vignesh, Mahindra Holidays, good levels to accumulate. Let me see Mahindra Holidays. I'll let you know. See, one more thing. The Wi-Fi connection of my home is not working, so uh, I'm using some other data plan to just continue with this, and that's why the disturbance is happening. Let me have a look at Mahindra Holidays, and I'll let you know. It's around 298. The stock is. I think around 280. If it is possible that you get the stock, 280 to 285. Those will be very decent levels to probably accumulate the stock. Yes, around 285 to 90. I think 285 to 90 would be very good levels to get into Mahindra Holidays. Yes. Orithra, all right. What's a good level to buy? So I did answer that IEX in that respect. So let me just open up. Uh, Let me just open up IEX, and I'll let you know. So there's some problem with the connection. So kindly bear with that. It is extreme rain here. It's raining a lot here in my city, and that's the issue that is happening with the Wi-Fi connection. So using something else, I think these are good levels to get into. 400 to 370. I think between 370 to 400 would be good levels to get into IEX. All right. What's your view on Craftsman Automobile? It's a decent company, but again, wait for major declines in markets to probably accumulate. Video of Asian and Berger, it might be coming up, Shri Vignesh. I think it is listed. I have to make one, so it is there in the list. So I may make one soon. In a few weeks' time, you'll get it. See, Whirlpool results are weak, yes, but I still believe it is one of the best companies, and the results are coming weak because of the pandemic. People are not looking to buy into such kind of products at the moment. Things will get much better. This is a clear opening up kind of a trade. So, yes, if you have it, hold. If you don't have it, don't buy at these levels. You'll get better opportunities to add later on. Pidilite is a buy at all levels, even at current levels. The results, in my opinion, were very good. In the opinion of you can say analyst, they were not that great. Tattva Chintan, I would say do not get into it. Get into the clear cut pharma, large, you can say larger mid cap pharma companies rather than that one. Kirloskar, I don't have a view. I don't look at many power companies, etc. Thanks, Saeed, for the appreciation. Please make dua for him. And all of you, I would love to, means I would be grateful if you pray for my child's well being and so on. I think long term, I'm still bullish on Whirlpool, but wait for major corrections in the market like we saw, and then probably get into the stock. I would say avoid the hospital stocks for the time being. I think things will get better going forward. So rather than getting in them now, if you have bought it at lower levels, hold on to it. If you want to buy a fresh, I don't think this is the uh, I think you can add more kill pest at these levels and at 450, 460 if it comes there. Have a 2, 3 year time frame. I'm confident it's a 1500 to 2000 rupees stock. Balkrishna industry, I'm not bullish on the tire space that much as I'm not bullish on the shorter term. I'm not bullish on the auto space. Long term, I am, except for a few. All right. Thank you. Thanks a lot for being online, for all the support. Kindly support me on Patreon as well, and kindly like and subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon so you can get my videos straight away when I post it. Thank you.